Hi, my name's Rebecca Ampevy, and I'm doing my persuasive speech on why to get a colonoscopy. The general purpose of this persuasive topic is to persuade about the specific purpose of why not to put a colonoscopy off. I want my audience to learn about the importance of a colonoscopy and know the importance of early detection, the consequences that might come from putting off the procedure, and the facts about the outcome about the procedure. We all know that all medical procedures are put off and can be extremely uncomfortable. One of the most put off procedures in the medical community is the colonoscopy. I would like to share as well as mention the pros and cons and the procedure results. So let's begin with the first point. You have probably heard a family member or someone older than you speak about the dreaded and embarrassing procedure with the name colonoscopy. A colonoscopy is a procedure when a doctor examines your colon to inspect and look for early signs of colon cancer. On average, out of every 100 colonoscopies done and performed, 20% of them have a detection rate of polyps. A colonoscopy is all worth it when the doctor either gives you the green light or gives you the dreaded news of a possibility of cancer. Early detection is the key to survival and treatment for colon cancer. The recommended age to get a regular screening is between 50 to 55 for both women and men. A family history also plays a role, and you should probably go 10 years prior to your family member being diagnosed with cancer. You should then talk with your doctor about follow-ups throughout the years. You should receive your screening at this age, whether you have symptoms or not. Symptoms can change from bowel movement that's abnormal, or abnormal stool quality, or bleeding and discomfort, etc. When doctors are performing the procedure, the goal is to find polyps in the colon or not. If they are detected, they will take a biopsy of them, which means they'll take cells to send off to the lab to determine if they're cancerous or not. Often they will go ahead and remove them from the patient to prevent more procedures and irritation in the area. Now that we've covered the basics, let's take a deeper look. At first detection of polyps, they're removed during the scoping process. This is called a polypectomy. Stage 1 cancer is when malignant cells move into the mucosa but do not make its way outside to the lymph nodes. Treatments for this is called a colostomy. During this procedure, the surgeon will remove the infected areas and try to keep the cancer from spreading any farther. The surgeon may also have to rejoin part of the colon by sewing it together to prevent your healthy sections together so you can have functioning bowels. Stage 2 cancer is when the cancer has spread outside of the colon and gotten the lymph nodes infected. Radiation and chemo is often recommended to prevent cells from creating new masses, and surgery is used to remove affected areas, and a partial colectomy is done just like in stage 1 cancer. As the cancer progresses, a partial colectomy can turn into a full colectomy when the colon is taken out as a whole, and a colostomy bag is inserted into your intestine and will be placed outside of your body, which collects feces that have to be manually removed due to the inability of any of your bowels working properly. If you think the procedure was embarrassing alone, look at the comparison of having a colostomy bag for the rest of your life. In a conclusion, at the end of the day, your health should be your first priority. Yes, this procedure is embarrassing, but the importance of it outweighs the fact of embarrassment. Luckily, my father is a general surgeon and sees this every day. He sees the people that put it off and have to face the awful consequences. He sees the one that loses the battle, but more importantly, he sees the one who rises in victory. I'm so honored to have a father that helps people in this way, in an unexplainable comfort that only doctors can do. So next time you or a loved one thinks about putting off a colonoscopy, take the advantage of modern day medicine and get screened. It might just save your life.